Hi, are you wondering how much homes are here in Naples, Florida? My name is Chris Alley. I'm a certified luxury home specialist and real estate agent in Naples since the year 2000. And every week I go over what the median sales price is in Naples, Florida, show you real statistics, and then we go over the most expensive home that's sold in Naples, Florida. So currently we are going off of a median sales price from February of $645,000. That's the median sales price here in Naples, Florida. These numbers show us what's really happening in the past 7 days. So in the past 7 days, we've had 343 new listings. We've had 239 homes that have sold. We have had 54 homes that have terminated. 39 homes have expired. 40 of those homes have gone back on the market. 97 homes have extended their listing. 333 pending sales this week. Wow, that's great. 22 price increases. Look at this, sellers. 712 price decreases. That's pretty good. That means it's still a buyer's market. And for you sellers out there, you need to price it right to get it sold without it having sitting on the market for quite some time. And then there's been 31 homes that have withdrawn from the market this past week. So out of those homes that have sold, 128 homes were sold at median sales price or below the 645,000 just in the past 7 days. So let's go take a look at what you can get for the median sales price. I always organize these from price lowest to highest. So here's 25, here's 50, here's 75, here's 100, here's 125, and here is where we get to the 128 homes that have sold at or below the median sales price. So let's take a look at what $645,000 buys you in Naples, Florida. So here we have a home in Island Walk. It's a 3-bedroom plus a den, 3 bathrooms. It was sold partially furnished, 1,983 square feet. It was originally on the market for $665,000 and it sold for $645,000. In Island Walk, it is a gated community. And you can see here that the fees for Island Walk are really not a lot. They're $6,804 per year, along with the taxes being $1,398. Now, this home was homesteaded, meaning that this was their original home. So if you're planning on moving here and it's going to be a second home for now, there's a chance that your taxes are going to be different than this. So let's take a look at some of the photos. This home came with a swimming pool and is located on the water. Here's another view of the swimming pool from outside, and another view during the daytime with all the landscaping that you can see in the water. Here's the entrance. Here's what you see when you walk in. You have an entertainment center on your left and your kitchen on your right, seeing all the way through to your lanai, past your swimming pool to the water that is on the lake behind you. Here's another shot of the living room. And here is the kitchen. Here's a close-up of the den. Here's one of the bedrooms. And this is the hallway leading down to the master bathroom. Master bathroom sink. And here's the other sink. So these sinks are separate in this model home in Island. Here is the other bedroom. And here is the guest bathroom that is in the hallway that is right outside of the 2 bedrooms. And look at that laundry room. That's very colorful. And then that door leads out to the garage. All right, let's take a look at another one. This home is located in Golden Gate Estates. Now, Golden Gate Estates, as we have talked about before, has no homeowners association. This home is 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It was approximately 2,347 square foot unfurnished. But look at this. The sold price was the exact price as the list price, $640,000. That's pretty good. This is a new construction home, so these owners are the very first ones to be able to live in here. Here you can see there is 0 fees for the homeowners association, and the tax bill again is very low because the tax bill is based upon what the land value was, so it will be more for the new owners. Let's take a look at some of these photos. Here's a bright new kitchen. Here's the front of the home. There is another angle of the kitchen. Here is the living room, and the front door is to the right. This is a wonderful angle of the kitchen and facing the back doors. Look at those nice hurricane doors to protect you from any hurricane and also prevent and also keeping the sound out and keeping your house energy efficient. Here is one of the bedrooms. Here's one of the bathrooms. Here is where the laundry would be in the hall. Here is the outdoor kitchen area. Another one of the bathrooms. Here's another bedroom. That was a very nice home, and congratulations to those new owners of the 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom homes located on 2.27 acres. Let's take a look at another one. This home is located in Esplanade. It was originally listed for $647,000 and sold for $637,000. It is 2 bedrooms and a den, 3 bathrooms, 1,994 square foot, partially furnished. This home was built in 2017, and the Homeowners Association fees to live in Esplanade in this home is $15,242,000, along with the tax bill being $6,037. This home's fees is a little bit more than what you may be used to seeing because it does include golf. Here's a nice bright open living room, and you can see that it has 90-degree sliders. It's on the water. It's very lightly colored, and the furnishings are quite nice. Here is the outdoor living area with all the space, and it has automatic shades. Here's the outdoor space. That's quite nice. And here's a close-up of the kitchen, big open floor concept. Here is the den. Here is one of the bedrooms. And here is one of the bathrooms. Here's a big closet. Look at all that storage. Here's another one of the bedrooms with a little veranda off of the side. Here is the outdoor veranda. Here is one of the bathrooms and the laundry room. And here is the front of the home. Quite nice. And this community, again, is located in Esplanade, which is right off of Immokalee Road in Naples, and it includes golf. All right, so I told you that we would take a look at the most expensive home that's sold in Naples, and here we have it. This home is located in a neighborhood called Coach House. It's a neighborhood that not many people know about. It is off of Airport Road, way back behind a couple other neighborhoods. This neighborhood has some very nice custom homes in it. So this home was sold for $13,450,000. So that was pretty close to asking, just a $500,000 difference. In a big home like this, that's a pretty good price. So this home was 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, sold furnished, 9,763 square feet. There was a total square foot of 12,768 square feet. Now that includes like the outdoor area, like the lanai and the garage, but this is quite an amazing house, and what a gem. You can see in here that this neighborhood has 0 homeowners association fees, so it's very desirable for someone that doesn't want to have to pay fees, but yet live in a nice community with custom-built homes. Now, the tax bill on this home is $16,402. All right, let's take a look at some of the photos. So these photos are a nice depiction of what the home looks like outside. There are no current photos of the inside. You can see that it has a circular driveway and a very large outdoor area swimming pool that is 2 stories in the back. So quite a nice view, a lot of entertainment area. Here is a pool house that's on the outside of this home to be able to go in and out of, so you don't have to dirty up that beautiful home inside. This additional guest house has even room for a 1-car garage. And again, here is another view of what it looks like from the outside from the guest house. And here is one last photo of this home from the outside at nighttime. It's quite an amazing home. Congratulations to the new owner of this home. All right, that's the most expensive home that was sold in Naples, Florida. What do you think about that? And also, what do you think about what you can really get in Naples, Florida for $645,000? Those are some pretty good examples, and there's many more. If you want to know more about buying and selling in Naples, People like you reach out to me each and every day to ask me about the real estate market. And for you, I have provided free links in the description below. There is a free buyer's guide and a free seller's guide for you to download as a resource on your journey for Naples, Florida real estate. Again, my name is Chris Alley. I am a certified luxury home specialist in Naples since the year 2000. I want to thank you for watching today and stick around for this next video. I know you're going to love it. Bye for now.